Hi guys, and welcome back to Dulainamics. Today we are back again with another classic car, but this time it's even older, the fantastic Golf GTI Mark 1 from 1983, so let's get right into it. So boom, here it is in front of you guys. You can see it is a Golf GTI, it is in silver, it is very old and small. So this is from 1983, and it is the Mark 1, first ever Golf GTI to be ever made. It features a 1.8 112 horsepower 4-cylinder, naturally aspirated with no turbos, which means it sounds like this. So the 1.8 is a amazing engine. I actually have it, but I have the EA 888, which is the turbocharged version, and it's similar to the 2 litre, but it's made out of a cast iron engine block. But this one is a A2 something, I think, or 82. I can't really remember top of my head, but this is the non-turbo version. But that's why it generates 112 horsepower. But then you've got to think this car literally weighs next to nothing, so 112 horsepower in a car like that is actually the same, I believe, power to weight ratio as the Volkswagen Up GTI, which has a 1 litre turbocharged engine. Obviously that is new now, that is from now, and this is from back then. So back then it was a cool car to have. Now you can see I do have a mic stand. Hopefully it'll come out better. Apologies if it doesn't, but you know what, it's the best that we can do so far. So yes, so let's get right into it, let's drive. So again, I'm using the manual shifter, because this is a manual car. As I mentioned before, you can use it automatically with the floppy paddles, but you don't want to do that. You're going to experience it. So it's quite tight. I've actually moved, my camera was shaking a lot, so I moved my steering wheel back a bit so it doesn't shake anything, but I feel like it's still done, and I feel like this is not close enough. I don't want it to fall, but it should be close. Pretty close, as close as it can get. Move closer. So yeah, this is I've actually had this car for quite a long time now, and it's just something that you don't really tend to use or drive. Obviously it's fun to pull it out every now and then, and this is actually the first time I'm pulling it out. But wow. Again, like I always say before, there's always cars that you see on the road that's exactly like yours. Before, a Escort came, and now that went past. So there's a lot of small cars out there similar to this one that come in wanting to race. I really hope that you can hear me. In there I'm seeing the wave form, and it just looks like you can hear it. And it's louder than this, so it's okay. I'm just making sure it's louder than the gear shifter. But yeah, this car, I can't believe it's a naturally aspirated 1.8, because the 1.8 honestly is one of the best 4-cylinder engines out there personally. And owning one, I've done some good mods to it, and you know what, it can take so much power, and they sound better than the 2 litre ones when you modify them. Obviously if you do the exhaust properly, then they do. There's the MX5 there, chilling. We'll blow them. Go on, let's blow them. See that? We did them. So that is a MX5, and they come in 1.8s as well, but I think they're turbocharged, but I'm not 100% sure they might not be turbocharged. But yeah, you can see it's not really obviously having peaks of power and a lot of torque. There he is again. But it does have a nice sort of feel to it. So because it's naturally aspirated, when you're putting your foot down, you're not going to get too much wheel spin or anything. It's just going to nicely build up. And you see, it sounds so good as well, because obviously naturally aspirated engines don't have any restrictions, so they're going to sound nice. Go into a higher gear, let's go in 5th gear. So yeah, the red line is, I believe, just a bit above 7k, which is surprising, because you can see the red line starts before 7k, But the reason for that is because it's such a solid engine, and because they're made out of cast iron, they're literally just chilling. Actually, I'm not 100% sure if this one's made out of cast iron, because this is not the A888, sorry, EA888, but it should be, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, they were solid then, and they're still solid now, so still the 1.8, so yeah, man. You see, that is above 7k, so that is good. I've not done any modifications to it, so it's completely stock. And because we're running stock, it means that we're not going to get too much wheel spin, and hopefully we can put some of the power down. Say power, even though it's not no power, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so let's go inside and see what's going on here. So he is rather interesting. You can see it does look like something from the 80s, because obviously it is. Being 1983, it just looks sort of like some out of Back to the Future or something. But yeah, you can see it's got dials on it. Got quite a lot happening for a Golf, and this was the first one, so this is a very, very special car. I believe the Mark II was quite popular, GTI Mark II, but this is the Mark I, so come on, gotta give it some credit. So especially back then, I mean, look how it sounds. Obviously you have no restrictions because it's from then, so you won't have these cats, reses, whatever. And we'll have to do a tunnel run because we are naturally aspirated. We've got to love a naturally aspirated engine, even if it's just a little 4-cylinder. At least it's 4 cylinders and not 3. So come on, let's go. Second, are you ready? See, it wants to go, doesn't it? Let's see what top speed we can get out of this. I think we just carry it on, but not worth it. And we're losing traction. Hear that nice little low rumble. It is it only has 5 gears, so you can see it's terrible. It's like pulling, and it can't pull, and the traction is a bit off when it's hitting 120. But back then, come on, you're not going to hit them speeds, are you? Still quite nippy though. It's still got a bit of a pull to it. To be honest with you, I did expect it to have a little bit more pull, but look at the sound. Come on, the sound. You've got to appreciate the sound. If you haven't noticed, I've moved the camera as well, so it might look a bit weird, but yeah. Just had to move it because for the mic to stand, my desk is right over there and it won't reach. It'd be like this, so I had to move the camera stand. But yeah, man, can't go in 60 and just cruise. But yeah, wow, look how it looks, man. You gotta love the car. I remember in Midnight Club, Los Angeles, there was this was like one of the first cars. You know what? It was sick. It felt faster then, but obviously it's because Midnight Club is not a racing simulation. This is a racing simulation pretty much, so it's supposed to be realistic. It's not realistic as a Gran Turismo, but it's pretty up there. It's a good game. I just love the fact that the game's in London, well, England should I say, and it is open world as well. They look like racing in tracks. Nice racing in tracks every now and then. Yeah, look at that, we're in 4th gear and look, 4 foot down. We're losing speed, I knew that had happened, we'll lose speed. You know what though, because it's a 1.8, you could do some nice little mods to this and get it running. But yeah, I wish I'd modded it. I would mod it. What's this? Yeah, man. Seeing who's on the road. All the cars, the AI cars, they're always similar to what you're driving. So if you're driving a sports car, there'll be a luxury car. But if you're driving one of these, there'll be something like this. Handling wise, there you can see it's handling, it's turning the corner perfectly. Sorry, I don't like the camera angle, but you know what? I want to be more Oops. We gotta be there. Yeah, like look now, I'm gonna go around this bend, and you know what? It's alright. It's doing well. One thing I love is because it's so small, it can fit everywhere. You can just go. There, it was trying to tug a bit. Obviously, they are front wheel drive, so they're gonna have a bit of a torque steer. Back then, you've got what? I don't know what tyres they are, but I tell you now, they've got nothing tyres. Because it's completely stock. Quite fun to drive some cars completely stock, especially when the legendary are this, because you want to see how it was in the stock factors. Because obviously back then the mod scene was whatever, it was still around, but it's not as big as it was later on around the late 90s, early 2000s. So it's funny because obviously then when a car comes out of the factory, it is what the manufacturer thinks is good, so it's good to see what it was like back then. It's only fair, isn't it? So if we had, for example, the Clio Williams, even though that's 10 years above this, it's always fun to, you know, see what we have. Yeah, it would be a fair race if we had a race. It'd be quite good. We should have a race with that. There's my boy. What the hell is he in? Is that a Beetle? Lewis, I've got to have words with you about that. I don't know what that is. See, I had to downshift quite a bit then because obviously there's no turbo going to give us a boost of power, so we've got to let the revs go. It's a nice sunny day as well. We're going to struggle to hit 100, but we can hit 100. Come on, let's hit 100. No, I don't think we can. It wasn't turning, so instead of crashing. Look how real the leather looks, the fake leather. Get a little bit of a pop there. We were getting a bit, but you can feel it from coming from the sub. Had to be done. But you will. Oh, this is embarrassing. What is that? 52 miles an hour? That means I'm going slower. Usually when I see speed cameras, unless I'm in a really fast car, I'd actually slow down. Just because I don't want to get that to be uploaded as my score, but it somehow manages to get me. Fifth. Obviously, it's not as good as a Honda in terms of sound. In terms of handling, I think it's pretty much better. But yeah, we only want on 7K. Honda's going to go up to 8K. We can obviously adjust the camshaft and then get a bit more sound coming out of it. Let's see what's over here. I'm going to park and look at the car a bit. Give it a rev. Hear that? That is that. You gotta love that sound, man. You gotta love that sound. These nice little old houses really make the most of a car like this. You know what? Let's do a launch. Let's do a cheeky launch. So bear in mind, traction is off, but obviously back then you can get traction control in cars. What village is this? It's quite nice. It's a favourite city. But yeah, you can see there, when I did that launch, it would literally just spin and spin and spin, and it won't put the power down. It's like it will hopping, so it seems to be gripping, but yeah, that was terrible. Let's do our first gear test. So 38 miles an hour, not too bad, considering it's 5 gears. Obviously if it was 6 gear it'd be better, or even 7 gears, because then you know they're quite long. But yeah man, 38, first gear. 112 horsepower, that is quite good. Usually you'd get what, 20, 30 knots. 62, so second gear is shorter. Now third gear, I believe third gear should be longer because third gears are always like sort of the best ones in petrols. Like diesels have the second gear, but you can't max it out here. You say when there's a bend, you can't max this car out because you know it's not gonna listen to you. Oh no, another speed trap. Feels like we're doing like 10 miles an hour, and my foot is fully down in there. But look, at least we're gripping around the bend. Another 20 year I have to let go. I'm gonna go down the bend. So we might be able to do it. Yeah, we'll be able to do it. Third gear. Fourth gear. Obviously we're not going to be fueled by gear. I believe the 1.8s, these ones naturally aspirated as something with the fueling, so a fuel pump that was good as well, maybe an injector or something that made it seem a bit faster, but you know what, you can't tell that it's faster. And yeah, they do weigh absolutely nothing. And you know what, it's really fun driving it because it just feels more realistic. With some of the big cars it feels too fake, but with this it feels quite realistic. I knew that was going to happen. I couldn't really swerve it because the steering is not that wide. You get what I mean? Yeah, man. I'm trying to go up to a house so you can have a nice little house finish. Hopefully it'll be house soon if we get there. Video on the phones. Let's go over there. It might be good doing long videos, but then at the same time editing it literally takes forever to process. I always edit before I'm about to upload, like a few days before, just so you have that bit of time. But you know what, it is hard sometimes. Like now I'm literally not cutting it fine, but it was hard. Yo, just end it here. But yeah, man, nice little rev. Even revving when you put your foot on the accelerator, it takes a bit of time to rev. Okay guys, so yep, 17 minutes, 80 minutes. It's been fun doing this car, and you know what, it is a really good car, so I'd hardly recommend you get it just for the sale of it, because you know what, you might as well. At the end of the day, it's going to be free. But yeah, so that was a Mark 1, very first ever Golf GTI by Volkswagen from 1983. Hope you liked it. It is a classic car, so it's like a little classic car series I'm doing. I'll do more videos. Let me know if you want any specific car, any angle, and I'll do it. I'll get it on for you, or any races for that matter. But yeah guys, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like this, comment and share and subscribe if you want, but it helps me a lot. But yeah guys, stay at home, stay safe, peace.